Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the SEO Club. I believe we are one of your favorite SEO podcasts, and today I have fantastic Emma with me. What we will be discussing? Fake it till you make it. Emma is an expert in it because she is a director of publishing, very much into content, very much into SEO, and will help us understand what is it, how to create a real it, and if you are in the market, especially in iGaming, where creating it is a little bit difficult because you want to stay anonymous, how to actually fake your persona. Welcome to the podcast. Hi, Emma.
Hi, Ivana. Thank you so much for having me back. Yes, no, this is a really exciting topic to get into and a very exciting name.
Oh yeah, you came up with the name. It's brilliant. I wish I had come up with that, but I didn't. It was your idea, so well done. And I love the topic because we all know what is it. We all know it's important, and we discuss it, but it's always a little bit like, yeah, have a persona, have this. But we're going to go much deeper, and we're going to help people understand how to do this right because having just a LinkedIn person is not enough these days. So shortly, what is it and why is it important? I mean, obviously it stands for expertise, experience, authority, and trustworthiness. We all know that. But what is it in English, in normal words?
Yeah, I think for the average person out there, especially who's not so into these acronyms, I think in a nutshell, EEAT is why somebody should be on your website or engage with your products or engage in your content. So why?
Oh, that's very good. So it is why. Why to trust you, why to choose you. Very
Exactly.
good. And you're coming from the affiliation when creating it is a little bit more difficult than brand because if you are an operator, you have got a huge brand. There is so many other channels. You have got branding people, you have got PPC people, you have got affiliates sending traffic to you. So for operator, it is much easier because there is even licensing. And once you have license, obviously something is real.
Yeah.
But for affiliate, it is much more difficult. And we're going to discuss how to do that, how to break down this difficult job into doable jobs and become EAT certified.
Yeah, as you said, I mean, you need to be a whole band and like very few people as opposed to operators who, maybe have it slightly easier, but there's tricks, there's ways to do it. So,
Okay, so if we don't have to fake it, if we can just have a real persona and real people behind it, what are the best tips how to create a good EAT experience? What would be, I mean, authors, we all know that having someone in maybe contact with, but what would be your main tips how to make a good EAT if you can have a real person, if you can have a real people behind that?
yeah, so I mean, obviously, we touched on this, having a real person is much more beneficial. However, like that comes at a time and cost. So you need to invest a lot in their training. You need to invest a lot, obviously, in them as authors and writers. So you need to make sure, obviously, where are they published? How often are they publishing? Are their socials alive? How are they engaging with their socials? Which are their areas of expertise. So you really hone in on that, and then you can obviously connect that to your, say, link building strategies or other things. So say if I'm Emma and I'm an expert in content that I'm not getting published in, say, like a gardening or a cooking blog or website where it's completely not related and no one would believe that Emma, this content person, is suddenly appearing on cooking or gardening, and it's natural and it's authentic. It could be. It could. And then users was another one. So we could have EATU or EEAAT. You. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, again, I think if we're talking about a real person, obviously there are players out there who, obviously work in affiliation and who have been playing casino and various types of casino for a very long time. So that puts them in a really good place, especially, for EEAT to talk about, the games they like, the features they like. Slots is very similar to sports, I think, in that way, because, people can have very unique opinions about what makes a good slot game, what features do they like, all the different themes out there, which ones work for them the best, which jackpots or which scoring systems or which real symbols or work for them. And then when it comes to the different casinos, again, which bonuses work for you, which payment methods. And that's a very unique thing because payment methods are as varied as everything nowadays. There's so much choice on the market. So again, for to find those experts who are really honed in on, from their own personal experience, what works for them as a player. I think that's very translatable for a lot of other players out there because you do kind of want to like see someone's recommendation and go, okay, this person seems similar to me, so I'll follow in their user journey the same way if I was looking for maybe some new shoes or headphones or AirPods, that I would look at reviews and I would look for people that seem similar to me or profiles that seem similar to mine.
So, so payment. So many markets have zero payment options. And now trying to convert these people is a nightmare. But maybe, and I don't know if casinos or affiliates do this, so maybe you tell me if they do. Here is a uniqueness. Maybe you talk to the payment providers and create content that way, saying like, this is why we are unique, this is how we work, this is markets we cover. Maybe you talk to someone brilliant like Victoria Schultes that is in the payments and create a new content that way. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think that would be a really cool way. I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't see these kind of partnerships or these two-way kind of streets opening because obviously it's very easy to go out and talk to, like you said, a slot provider, or it's very easy to talk to a casino, but maybe reaching out to Skrill, NetEller, PaySafeCard, like the really big names within iGaming payment methods, this could be a really cool way to generate unique content again for you because it's something, and then you put your best or your best authors on it to verify it, to vet it, and also mix in their own opinion.
Yeah, and in that case, you actually have got it created because they are experts in payments, helping talk to you about payments for your players. And when you look at affiliate side, payment is always there. There's always part payment options. There is like Bitcoin, Visa, whatever, and it's always the same. So maybe if you have got someone talking about it, having an interview or having a quote from them, it will become unique and it will actually help even the players to understand how those payments work because trust me, I'm absolutely useless with those. I mean, I'm happy to know how to use my card in a shop, but it comes to online, I struggle. Click here, do this. And in casino, it's 10 extra steps. So maybe this will
Absolutely.
be, you see, there, director of publishing, I'm giving you an idea. I would actually love to read a good comprehensive guide where it's not just like the ones that they release, but someone that talks to you about it. Like an interview in a small words that they explain how it works and why is it better than the other. I think that would be a brilliant content. So yeah,
Definitely,
that
and there's
could,
no reason why that shouldn't exist.
but it doesn't, does it? I mean,
No, I haven't. I definitely haven't seen anything like that. I've seen, obviously, on forums, obviously people slating different payment methods for their customer support, but never like something from that payment method explaining, as you said, in human words,
yeah,
how does their system work, and why is it the better choice as opposed to whatever else is on the market.
exactly. And why you should choose them? Can you withdraw in every market, or are there markets where they're actually going to block you? Why are the fees so high, or are they different markets? Because it always, if you go to checkout, then there is suddenly 1,000 euro fee or 200 euro. It's a lot. So
Absolutely. Or
maybe
if you're saying it's 1 hour, is it actually an hour or is it more like 24 hours? You just need to put
exactly.
1 hour for marketing.
I would actually love to see a website with those. So if anyone who is building their affiliate is listening to this is a tip for you. We just released how to build an affiliate website with good SEO, and we're talking about missing products, and we didn't mention this one. So I think this is a good follow-up to that. Good. So this is all when you have a real persona and people happy to be authors and people happy to be published that I work for this casino, I work for this affiliate, and I'm happy to put my face to this website. But a lot of people aren't happy to do that, especially, and this is, we are going a little bit to the gray area, if you are working for affiliates that are working without licensed casinos, so Germany, France, Netherlands, Sweden, any of them, that you are in a space where you should not be. Because if you are working with the unlicensed casinos, obviously there is question of paying the licensing fee and the tax and all of that. But it exists in our space. Obviously it does. And now we're going to give you tips, actually Emma, how to create a persona if you don't have someone in Sweden, yet you have a Swedish affiliate website targeting the non-licensed casinos, and you're Swedish and you would like to go home and not to be arrested, or any other country. How do we do this? This is where it gets really interesting, because I know you can fake it, but I never actually faked it, and I would like to learn how, so help me out. How do I fake it? I mean, outside of creating a fake LinkedIn profile and buying followers or buying connections. That's all I would think.
Yeah, so I think, that's a good place to start, but you also need to think bigger. So, this person really needs to feel real. So you start at the basics. So who are they? What do they think? What's their tone of voice? How would they write? And then you build a strategy around that. So then, you would need a designer unless you're handy on Photoshop yourself to think about how does this person look? Is it a middle-aged man? Is it a middle-aged woman? Is it someone slightly younger? Is it someone that you would recognize as a sports fan? Is it someone that you would think is a casino player? And then you start marrying that up with, okay, with what kind of content would they be writing? So, publish some blogs by them, publish on Amazon by them, go, work with your link building guys or do it yourself and find places where you think they would publish and, put their opinion out there. So opinion pieces. So this is what this person believes, because that will help that person feel more authentic and feel more real. Look, feel all of the senses, and that's what you need to get across to users. But you need to start from your own view of that. So if the person doesn't look or feel real to you, then how are you going to convince anybody else?
All right, so let's create a persona. Let's create persona that is going to help an affiliate website in, let's go some crazy market, Nigeria. So we need to come up with a name, right?
Yep, that would be step one. And then think
Okay.
about, what does this person look like?
Okay. And we're going to do casino because sports is a little bit too obvious for Nigeria.
Yes.
So let's do it very difficult. And it's going to be a woman,
Okay.
right? So obviously we'll need to think of the complexion. We'll need to think of the name. You can get inspired by some series of Dr. Okafor, obviously, from from The Resident, because that's what I was watching recently. So we will have a name. And actually, she's from Nigeria in the
Yeah.
series. You see, she could be real. We give her a face, and then she starts to write. Should we even publish maybe a article about her and link to her LinkedIn profile, saying, Dr. Okafor is a fantastic doctor, yet her biggest passion is playing slots, and her favorite slot is da 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 da. I don't know which one.
Absolutely, go out to women's magazine. What's it like to be a woman playing casino in Nigeria? These kind of unique spins on articles, because no one can argue with her experience as a woman playing casino. So, how does she find it? Are there any struggles she has? Obviously, does she have kids or does she have a job? When is she playing? What games does she like playing? Why does she like playing these games? It's so much content that you can build around her. And you reach out then to all of these kind of iGaming magazines, giving this very unique piece from a Nigerian woman about all of the different things that she would like, things that she doesn't like, or even being, I think, a Nigerian talking about this stuff. It's not one of the more well-known markets, so I think that's a really unique way to start and a really good chance to give her the best kind of EAT possible and make her real.
Okay, or we can have her as a doctor that looks at it from the psychology point of view, and she's talking about responsible gaming and why people gamble. There could be EAT as well, right? And she can publish on your website, on your affiliate website, saying play responsibly, I'm Dr. Okafor, here are my articles, and because maybe she will not want to have her name as a contributor on a website, but she can have a different spin to it.
No, absolutely. And I think RG is a very safe way to do that. And it's definitely an easier way, I think, for this to help us fake EAT because, especially once we have a few articles or things published by her. So then, again, we could reach out to other websites or blogs or whatever and post from her. So interviews with her. The bad vibes, right? So I think it can be. It can be. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely hard to fake eat until you make eat, but it is a strategy there, obviously, short term versus long term. Yeah, I think that's something obviously we'd have to do our market research and check, in Nigeria, which are the social medias that a woman of her age and her profile would be using and make sure that we're there first. It's so much work. I think we've covered a lot. I think that would definitely be a good start to making it for a real, again, active socials, published either on our website or externally. Yeah, she needs to come across as real again. So, there needs to be, it's not just a case of you set up Twitter, you set up TikTok, or you set up Instagram and you never post. She needs to be alive. We need to feel like not only do we know her, we need to feel like that we want to engage with her also. It is a job. I mean, we'll definitely need to remember all of her passwords, and that's another thing, obviously, for her socials. Yeah. I think it's short term versus long. Like you said, if you are working in the more difficult markets, so the grey markets, you may not have a choice other than to have to. But do I think the level of work involved versus, when you can't get a real person, I think it's always worth maybe not faking eat until you make it, but it's definitely a strategy to be able to fake eat. And that's another one, another that's option three here. I think we would need someone to verify that with us. I would say it seems very unlikely, but again, we've seen crazy stuff in the last while, so it could be possible. My gut feeling is that it's not quantum. Yeah. Yeah, I think something for everyone to take away is that it will take you probably twice as long, and it is more of an investment to have to fake eat until you make it. So, where you have the option to go out and find a real person or to work internally with somebody who's happy to put their name and face on something, that should definitely be your first choice. Thank you.